morning. Good Saturday morning, you guys. Hi. So yesterday morning, I started reading from a little book that I had found in my collection. It's funny when I say I found it in my collection. It's not like it just appeared there. I must have put it there. I just don't remember where it came from. And it's a beautiful little book, and it was written in 1954-ish, and has a price in it for $1.50, and it's like, wow. And so it was written for the fellowship, the 12-step fellowship at the time, and quite adopted by the fellowship, and it's called 24 Hours a Day. It's a beautiful little hardcover book, quite sweet and very, very good condition. And so yesterday I read the thought for the day for the 1st of May, and it was so amazing. I thought, well, I'll do this. Let me see. And I asked a lot of people. I sent it to maybe 30 or 40 people, and I said, what do you guys think? Could I do this once a day? And the response was overwhelmingly yes. So let's give it a shot. So each day has a thought for the day, it has a meditation for the day, and a prayer for the day. And they're just one little page like this. And so I'm going to start with, this is May the 2nd, and with the thought for the day, I'll read it for you, and we'll see if something comes up. I've already read it this morning, and I'll read it again. In the 12-step fellowship, we often hear the slogan, easy does it. And those of you who have been around the rooms, like, we have slogans, and slogans are like little things like easy does it, and first things first, and you never be alone again, and all of those slogans that are beautiful. Alcoholics always do everything to excess, it says. They drink too much, they worry too much, they have too many resentments, they hurt themselves physically. Hi, Nicole. Good morning, honey. They hurt themselves physically and mentally by too much of everything. So when they come into the fellowship, they have to learn to take it easy. None of us know how much longer he or she has to live. It's probable that we won't have lived very long if we continue to drink and use the way we used to. By stopping drinking and using, we have increased our chances of living for a while longer. The question is, have I learned to take it easy? So that's the thought for the day. Easy does it. Take it easy. We're always doing. And then the meditation for the day, you must be before you can do. You must be before you can do. To accomplish much, be much. In all cases, the doing must be the expression of the being. It is foolish to think that we can accomplish much in personal relationships without first preparing ourselves by being honest, pure, unselfish, and loving. We must choose the good and keep choosing it before we are ready to be used by God to accomplish anything worthwhile. We will not be given the opportunities until we are ready for them. Quiet times of communion with the higher power are good preparation for creative action. Isn't that beautiful? It's very deep. That's why I love this book. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. I pray. Here's the prayer for the day. So, like I said, it had a thought for the day, a meditation for the day, and then a prayer for the day. I pray that I may constantly prepare myself for better things to come. I pray that I may only have opportunities when I am ready for them. Beautiful. So that was it. The thought for the day, May the 2nd. Meditation for the day. I think I'll read the meditation for the day again. I really do. The book is called the 24-Hour a Day book, and this one was written in 1954. It's a little hardcover book. It's beautiful. It's used by the Fellowship of AA and NA, and it's been used for many, many years, this book, to help us, get on a proper foundation each day, to remind us to, and because in my experience, hi Leanne, in my experience, most of alcoholics and addicts are inherently selfish. That's our go-to, and whether that was born out of fear or trauma is kind of irrelevant. So the focus on living like a God-centered or a spiritually based life, as opposed to a self-centered life, is the program, the 12 steps, that brings us to this awakening, a spiritual awakening, a spiritual experience, a real God-centered life. And this book was written to help us stay on that path, and published in 1954. It's kind of interesting that, and like I said, I found it in my collection the other day, and I read yesterday's, May 1st, and you can go back and look at it. It was beautiful, and then I just thought I would do this again, and the meditation for the day. I'm going to read it again. We must be before we can do. To accomplish much, be much. In all cases, the doing must be the expression of the being. It is foolish to think we can accomplish much in personal relationships, because personal relationships is often where we, where we'd like to be closer, or feel love, or express love, or share love in personal relationships. So, says it is foolish to think that we can accomplish much in personal relationships without first preparing ourselves by being honest, pure, unselfish, and loving. One of the things that happens in the 12-step world is that we have sponsorship, and we talk about those things. We do the steps actually help us to see where we've been dishonest, where we've been selfish, where we've been fearful, and so that we can be more honest, pure, unselfish, and loving. We must choose the good and keep choosing it, it says, before we're ready to be used by God to accomplish anything worthwhile. We will not be given the opportunities until we are ready for them. Quiet times of communion with the higher power are good preparation for creative action. There's my case for meditation. Quiet times of communion with a higher power, a good preparation for creative action. So I see this, and I'm a bit of a doer, and I just, as I read this earlier, before I read it to you, I thought, my gosh, what am I doing? Am I setting myself up to do another thing? And am I prepared? Am I being this? And as I read this to you guys, I recognize that it's possible that every day as I read it, that I will also benefit, of course I will benefit. So I'm grateful. Thanks for listening, and helps me to do this every day. It's a beautiful book, beautiful, well written. I don't even know if it's still published, but it's beautiful. And so 24 hours a day. That's it. Can I say love you? Have a great day. Carry that vision into the day of being. Being to me is centered and connected, and in a sense of, for me, my prayer is, show me what you'd have me to be. Show me what you'd have me to be each day. Hi, Tim. Tim, I was just reading from this book. I'm going to do it daily around 9 o'clock. And it's a 24-hour day book, and it's just beautiful. I just finished. Maybe when we finish here in a minute, you can have a listen. It was really, really sweet. So yeah, let's be. And from our being comes our expression in our life, in our relationships, in our work, in our service to man and family. So that connection, which I believe comes through prayer and meditation, is the way to being. You know, prayer and meditation helps us to be who we are already, our natural selves, which is an expression of God. Okay. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you. And we'll talk soon. And still kind of reaching out for people to interview. If you have any thoughts about people that have, I'm doing that series around the, our lives in lockdown and the lives in the new reality. I won't call it the new normal. There's no such thing as normal. But our lives in the new reality. Okay. If you have any thoughts on that, that would be great. That's it. Oh, YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Love it if you subscribe. We're trying to kind of build that little YouTube channel. It's Bally and Beyond, Project Awakening. Okay. Cheers, you guys. Talk soon.